Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more Rogue Trader, and we landed on Rycad Minoris, and we're helping them already with a rebel uprising, so lots of looting to do it looks like. I don't think this is going to be worth much of anything. Actually, I think... let's keep one or two of these. I think our girl might actually be able to use this. Yeah? Yeah. Well, with what they're wearing, she's dodging 60%. When I switch to this, 35%. How does that work? I don't know. I don't think that's showing correctly, because look, that says 10%, whereas hers shows 60. Huh. Well. Yeah, that just wasn't updating properly. Okay, so this is going to be an upgrade. Anybody else wearing that light armor? I don't think so. Yeah, you're wearing heavy. Oh, I guess it's an upgrade for you too? 50 and 50, but it does minus 10% damage reduction and has higher armor. So yeah, boom. And you're wearing heavier armor as well. Eight to 10, 6, and 11. So 1 damage higher, but I think I'd rather have the base 8 than have a base 6 with a top of 11. It does have higher armor penetration. That's definitely better. Okay, it's worse.
I always keep my options open.
Okay, we want to make sure that we're pretty thorough on walking around everywhere. Eyes, my eyes, have you got them? Please give them back to me, even just one, please. Oh, yep, okay. Because of, like, perception checks for, like, hidden loot and things like that. Damn, there's a whole bunch of them. %, Lore Imperium.
I always get the job done.
Written on the side of the shuttle in Pilot's lowly slang are the words, "Do not touch a shipment of tithes to the blessed Lord Captain Caligos Winterscale." Perhaps there is something worth your attention in the shuttle. Hell yeah. Let's rob the other rogue trader. Increase the range of officer archetype abilities by 1 cell.
Does something trouble you, Lord Captain?
Okay, I think we have to go all the way around to get to that.
Keep your wits about you.
Lucky Jasper? The eyes lie. What is going on with these guys? Folks, how about you don't come any closer and I don't shoot you? Oh, that person's dead. Gain true vision, renounce false sight, all will be revealed. Okay, he really is dead. Jesus. The young, shaggy-haired soldier is still pale. Nonetheless, as you approach, he holsters his pistol, the hallmark of good discipline. He gives you a somewhat frightened but genuine smile. I thought he was shooting at us, but they were actually both killing the blind people? Thank you, my lord. You arrived in the nick of time. I don't know what those babbling creeps wanted with me, but it definitely wasn't anything good. Who are you? Lucky Jasper, the governor's aide and personal Vox operator. I was dispatched to the starport on special orders, the young man proclaims, desperately trying to tame his tousled hair. Are you unharmed? All thanks to you, my lord. Those blind lunatics are all over the city right now. These rebels, damn them to the void, go around maiming anyone they get their hands on and scorching their eyes. Then they leave the poor sods driven mad by the pain to wander the streets, babbling nonsense. But why, though? That's fucked up. He lowers his voice and adds with gravity. The command doesn't just want anyone to talk about it, but I've heard whispers that it's not just some nonsense, it's heresy. Actual heresy. Because listening to it scrambles your brain. It made one patrolman freeze in his tracks while the blind mob got hold of him and carried him from his post off to who knows where. And what are you doing here on your own? Following Governor Medine special instructions. Namely, he grits his teeth with a pained expression furrowing his brow. Alright, it's a secret assignment. I can't talk about it. Okay? I mean, persuasion's 100%. Coercion as well. Wink at Adira. Mistress Chalas, would you kindly read all of his thoughts for me? Adira winks back at you slyly. As you wish, Lord Captain will reveal all his secrets in a jiff, though I can't guarantee that his brains won't melt into mush in the process. But that's collateral, right? He pales, his eyes darting between you and Adira. No need, my lord. I'd rather volunteer everything myself than let this one rummage around in my head. She might break something, but I beg of you, don't tell anyone, or the governor will turn my brains to mush for sure. Why were you sent to the starport? I'm supposed to deliver updated Vox codes, and how should I put it, assess the situation. The planet is a real mess at the moment. The rebels have found their way into our VoxNet and are now eavesdropping. This made proper communication impossible. The hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium had sent out a distress call before it went dark. And who even knows what's happening in the system? There's been a riot in Raikadi Philia, the prison planetoid. Urak 5 station is silent, although the navigators there have always been a reclusive bunch. I was hoping I'd be lucky enough to run into a pilot or the captain here who could give me an update. But that's hardly a possibility right now. The rebels are blasting anything that tries to land out of the sky with their damn cannon. Okay, awareness succeeded. He stops talking, a little too abruptly. Okay. There is something else you are hiding from me, isn't there? More classified secrets? Jasper looks away. It's nothing classified, just personal. There's another reason why I'm here. My betrothed is missing, Raquel Vicari, the esteemed Yvain Winterscale's personal pilot. When the riot reports came from Raikadi Philia, Lord Yvain headed there personally. Then this rebellion started down here, and we lost communication. No one knows how they're doing up there. You know what I'm afraid of? That they'll come back and those rebel scumbags will shoot them out of the sky. I wanted to find a place that's high up, set up a Voxcaster there. Send them a transmission. The sky is closed off, don't try to land. But I didn't make it in time. Those blind dogs chased after me, and as I was running, I tripped and broke the caster. He hangs his head sadly. I worry for her. She's an excellent pilot, but I still worry. Abelard shakes his head disapprovingly, but his eyes are understanding. That is why all members of a Void Ship clan share the same employment. No matter how devoted a servant of the Emperor is to their duty, there is always the danger that family ties might disrupt regulations and order. I hope that no harm comes to her. The Emperor protects, my lord. If someone you love is in trouble right now, may he protect them too. Tell me about Urac 5. There's not much anyone could tell you about it. That station belongs to the Navis I think that it's supposed to be Nobilite. They pronounced it at one point, with Cassia's dialogue. Emperor knows what they do up there, or even who lives there. They scorn ordinary folk. The only person they're willing to grace with an audience is the esteemed Yvain Winterscale. It is beginning to sound like he is complaining. That place is creepy. They say they order shuttles with servants from Owlcat Minoris on a regular basis. I guess they're too important up there to change filters and clean compartments themselves, huh? Except I've never met anyone who has served there. It's like no one ever comes back. Your brothers and sisters lived and died for a great cause, serving a navigator house and therefore all of the Imperium. It is a high honor, one that few could bear. Only now does Jaspar notice Cassia and his eyes go wide with fear. He opens and closes his mouth a few times helplessly like a fish, unable to utter a sound. Instead, he just nods nervously. Tell me more about Yvain Winterscale. The esteemed and honorable scion of blessed rogue trader Caligos Winterscale, master of the Rykad system, at the behest of his illustrious father or grandfather or uncle, while his illustrious relative, Lord Yvain, took up residence on Owlcat Minoris. Jaspar's face betrays a fierce inner struggle before he blurts out, "You know what I think? I find it curious that blessed Caligos didn't make him the ruler of our world. Lord Yvain is his blood, but it's the governor who rules us. Why do you think he sent him here? I think he's been exiled." Do you think the governor can handle the rebellion? He mumbles evasively. Well, obviously, I'm not some pessimist to say otherwise. Persuasion.
I won't tell anyone.
You really won't? Well then if you ask me, things are pretty rotten. His words came flying at the rate of stubber fire. These rebels are strange. We would have easily quelled a normal riot. We're not some commoners, we're Rycadians. The naval elite of House Winterscale, but those people, they're vicious. They know no fear. And their attacks, they're so precise. It's like they know what's going to happen ahead of time. The command executed 7 officers on suspicion of espionage, but it's not about spying. They say the leader of the rebels is some two-faced Aurora who can see into the future. Now she is the real danger. Adira scoffs and rubs her hands together in excitement. She can see into the future, is that right? We'll see about that. She's up against the wrong psyker. My breezy whispers may be vague, but they've not failed me once. I can tell you without asking my ethereal friends that her future doesn't look too bright, now that the Lord Captain is involved. Brutally maim him? Jesus Christ! I am looking for an interrogator of the Inquisition who may have arrived on this planet. Have you heard of anyone matching that description? His face quickly turns gray as he says, I have, but I don't know where he is now, I'm sorry, but I don't like discussing the affairs of the Inquisition. Yeah, we're not going to maim this guy. It was my pleasure to be of service to you, my lord. It's been nice to chat to someone normal. He glances warily at the body of the nearest blinded lunatic. I will take my leave. You're right, we shouldn't stay here, or we might run into rebels. I'll go find a safe place to watch the sky for any landing shuttles. May the Emperor protect you, my lord. Okay. Okay, something I haven't tried.
I will lead us to fortune. On it.
Okay, I don't think you can. I was just curious.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Well,
I will take you down.
that's okay. All right, rebels, let's go.
I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally.
Don't know if anybody's gonna be able to reach anything.
I won't stand for it.
I will do my duty.
I'll make it happen.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Wow.
The minor setback.
Die!
Reduced to dust.
Damn, that hurts. So, the soldier gives a sign that they are about to open fire, and their allies will automatically dodge the soldier's next attack. Okay.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Oh, hell yeah.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Okay. A lot of saves there, it seems like. Maybe some of them didn't have a chance to hit? Are we? All right. Maybe we're just really unlucky. Okay, he's already got that.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Darn, I was hoping that pass-through would hit this guy too.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
That is not my destiny.
Line of sight can be a little squirrely here. I guess this is blocking it.
What is this foreboding?
Boo!
Wait, was that you? Or...
Good parry. Ooh, they're bunched up real good right now.
I'll brush this off.
But of course. Be gone!
High momentum.
On it.
Okay, good shot. Alright, now what does this do again? Finest Hour. Grants an ally an extra turn with full AP and MP. During the extra turn, there is no attack limit.
Anything else? What an unfortunate turn of fate. On it.
Time to prove my mettle.
That too far away?
Someone else can do this.
Damn.
What's your target?
Okay, we're not able to get the winded away, so no run and gun.
Wait to join my
Smart.
choir.
Sorry, dude. Alright, injuries incoming. God damn.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Okay. That was a bit rough. Traumas. Yeah, that's what you got, huh? Once a character has suffered a certain number of injuries, these injuries are replaced with a trauma. Make use of medikits in time to treat injuries to avoid characters suffering traumas. Removing traumas is a more difficult task. They can only be healed by resting on the ship or in certain other places suitable for rest. Alright, so we can get rid of yours. Now here's the question. I don't think we can go to the ship right now. I'll check and see, but I'm thinking I probably can't. My guess is that we'll have to take care of the anti-air gun before we can get out of here, so we may just have to deal with the trauma. Okay, I think we got all those loots. But let's go back and see if there is a way for us to go back to the ship. I don't think there will be. It wouldn't make sense. Yeah. So we're kind of in this for a while. So we got a head trauma. Intelligence, perception, willpower, and fellowship reduced by 15. Alright.
I am at your service.
Does that mean you're also not going to be able to do this as easy? I guess it would, huh? Medicae is based off of int? Yeah, Medicae is int. So we should try it with you.
The Emperor sets my path. The pain will subside.
Alright. She got the roll, so that's good. And we're just gonna have to deal with his thing for now. Those are some big minuses too. That's gonna be rough. Especially for our frontliner.
Let us not dawdle.
Okay, no idea where that goes right now. There's more to this map to look at.
Cast your eye there.
Good save.
Join me in prayer. Never doubt me. See, right there. Duty prevails.
The turret was placed in a great hurry, but the Technomat never had the chance to activate it. The insurgents walked in a crowd right across the mine barrier, seemingly oblivious to the fear of death.
Change is coming. The edge is nigh.
This the tech priest?
The blinded ones are harmless. No sense in shooting them and drawing attention.
Fire on the nearest target! Don't kill the tech priest! We need to take him alive!
Well, that didn't work out.
Fall back!
Oh shit.
May knowledge be thy fate. Let the cycle be discontinued.
Oh, okay, my man. Holy shit. Pascal. The man dressed in crimson should not have survived an explosion like that, however, he is alive. You hear the wheezing of the respirator that covers half of his face.
Not another step.
A trill comes from the folds of the partially smoldering crimson raiment. It is Binaric speech, the sacred language of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Binaric hymn transforms into a Vox-synthesized voice that sounds like thunder rolling over a vast plain.
Flee, for I am death.
Kinda believe him. His gaunt hand rises to stop you, and immediately your Vox howls in pain and your machine equipment starts crackling. The tech priest's blazing power axe disgorges a cloud of righteous sparks, and his visor glows menacingly in a blue and green.
By the throne! What is that servant of the Omnissiah made of? Adamantine? Ugh, blast it!
Abelard clutches his head as his ocular implants is racked with a wave of interference. I am a rogue trader, analog vernacular von Valancius. I mean you no ill will.
I identify you as a member of a high stratum belonging to rogue trader House Valancius.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I am detecting no need for confrontation. The convoy received an order to meet you. It is no longer functional. Therefore, I propose that we continue to advance to the rendezvous point with the governor's soldiers.
The tech priest stares resolutely forward, his mechanendrite tentacles rising gracefully around his hunched figure, which is illuminated by the flames of the smoldering remains of the machine. A tentacle-like robotic limb, prosthetic surgically attached to the spine. Alright, Dr. Octopus. Who are you?
I identify as Magus Pascal Haneman of the priesthood of Mars. By the grace of the Omnissiah, I am currently assigned to the maintenance personnel of the station Altar Templum Calixis X-17.
Oh, that one's one of my favorites.
Altar Templum Calixis. I have heard the name before. The station appears on House Valancius' star charts in the Furibundus system, not far from the void colony of Footfall. You have traveled a long way to come here, esteemed Magos.
Point at the exploded machine. How did you manage to kill off a slew of people and blow up a sacred machine without even laying a finger on it?
This was my doing.
He doesn't even know? The tech priest turns around and stares aghast at the burning remains as if he had nothing to do with what just happened. His vox produces a mournful prayer.
The voices are being weird about him. They're saying garbled, conflicting things. Like they're talking about completely different people.
He has a split personality.
But he's not a threat to you. Even if that's a bit hard to believe after all their fireworks.
Yeah, I think he's got a split personality. You do not even know how you caused such an explosion?
The Omnissiah granted me a revelation. The spirit of this machine was dying, but it wished to perform a service, for such was its design. I sensed this and appealed to it. I do not know how I did it. I merely followed my intuition. The understanding granted by the Omnissiah was not permanent. It has left me.
You appear shaken. Why do you wish to see the governor?
I came here to carry out a sacred mission. My mentor, Archmagus Amonat, summoned me, and I hastened to answer his call. But the rabble's unrest prevented our meeting, and I was on my way to Governor Medina to determine my mentor's current location.
Medina. It's not Medina. As I was saying it before. Medina. Okay.
My escort was ordered by their commander to discontinue their movement and await to be merged with your group. Then, due to their incompetence, they let themselves be killed.
How dare they?
It was an unacceptable complication to my task.
If the tech priest's voice carried any compassion for the dead, the dry words that crackled from his vox system did not convey a shred of it. There was none. You must be quite devoted to your mentor to be willing to wade into this mess for him.
Cessation of vital functions is an unavoidable phenomenon, and therefore an insignificant one. The doctrine of worship repudiates the fear of death. With my mentor's words, the Omnissiah gives me the algorithm for redemption and triumph in service. I will be redeemed, and I will triumph.
So is this guy going to be our new tech guy? I think so. So she became our navigator, and he's going to be our next tech priest, leader, whatever you want to call him. I invite you to join my retinue.
Acknowledged. Predicting successful and mutually beneficial cooperation.
All right, here we go. All right, now we have a tech priest. Okay, so let's take a look. So you are the same as Adira. I forget what they're called. Operatives. So you have analyze enemies, tech use. Okay, so you're gonna be our tech use person. Oh, and here's our, okay, you're gonna be our int person. So we don't need to invest in logic with anybody else. Okay, fair enough. Your keystone feature, your dismantling attack, you have passive learning. On their first turn in combat, the operative randomly distributes the same number of exploits as when using analyze enemies among all enemies in a 10-cell radius around the operative. At the start of each of the operative's subsequent turns, they distribute half as many exploits among all enemies in a 2-cell radius around the operative. Okay, just more of those. All right, they've given us 3 levels to catch up on. Oh dear, this is going to take a minute. I apologize to all of those who are going to have to watch me go through this. So yeah, we probably do want to invest in intelligence. Get another bonus there on intelligence. Your weapon skill, if we can get another bonus on that. I mean, we could do both this turn. So we do intelligence, and then we could do weapon skill here to get that up as well. Let's look at some of his unique stuff. Being a tech priest, he probably has a couple ones that we haven't seen yet. Okay, he's Forge World, so that will give us a couple of common talents that we haven't seen as well. Persuasion, coercion, and commerce based on intelligence instead of fellowship. No, my character's still gonna be better at that, so that doesn't matter. Forge World characters gain a stacking plus 10% bonus to hit chance and dodge reduction against any target they hit with a single target attack. Successful critical hits from single target attacks increase the hit chance. You know, I'm realizing I probably need to look at what weapon he's using and things like that before we... because I don't know what he's doing. He's got a big old axe. Okay. 24, 33, 28... He's got some heavy armor. Okay. So yeah, he's gonna be in the fray. While wearing heavy armor, Forge World characters gain +1 movement and +1 deflection and cannot fall prone. Okay. +3 to deflection against burning effect and flame weapons. Very specific. First attack in combat with any plasma, melta, or power weapon deals additional damage. Alright, we'll start with weapon skill. Get our 2 bonuses there. Okay, now we have a talent. Let's see what the recommended is. Whenever the operative triggers an exploit on an enemy, The operative gains +1 damage and +2% armor penetration till the end of combat. Stacks. Honestly, that will pair really well with that other ability that just is automatically adding even more stacks during his turn. So that one already sounds pretty damn good. Exposed weakness also reduces enemies' toughness and willpower. It shows us... No, it doesn't. Okay. I think we gave that to Adira. Fresh target. Whenever the operative attacks an enemy that is at full wounds, that attack deals % more damage to that enemy. Instant exposure. Cost 0 AP for exposed weakness. I think I'm going to take Tide of Excellence. Lean into his intelligence again, I think. Until the operative's next turn, their allies' attacks also remove exploits and deal int bonus more damage. Sure. Yeah, let's try that one. Okay. Lean into the tech use, or lean into the logic. Maybe the logic right now. Okay. We have our int character now. Does he have the Medicae skill? That might be something that we need to add as a talent or something. We should probably get him the Medicae skill because he's going to be the best at it now. Okay, that'll be something to look at going forward. Let me just double check. Let's see, you've got... No, he does not have it. Okay, so we need to get him Medicae. So base skill Medicae is going to be one of his next things to get. Alright, what do we got here? Whenever the wearer deals damage to an enemy, the wearer has 25% chance to gain 2 MP. I want... Alright, either of my melee characters are going to be good at that, but you're in the class that actually benefits from it more, I think. Being a, officer? Or, no. Being a warrior? Yeah. So I think he's going to take those boots. We need more medikits, man. An entire procession of cargo servitors was destroyed by gunfire. Not a single one of them attempted to flee.
Do you see that?
Hey, ask and you shall receive. Is that the same one you've got equipped? Sure is. Bolter. No. Unfading Valor, Bolter. It's better. It's an upgrade. Yeah? Yeah. Same armor penetration. Slightly lower rate of fire. But I think the increase in damage is worth it. Interesting. You don't get a second weapon slot. Okay. Wait. Both of those are two-handed. Huh. Interesting.
Is there money to be made?
Gas cloud grenade and frag grenades. Now, I'm guessing that frag grenades still should be used on somebody who has good demolition, so that's going to be you for one. Let's see, it's just one of them. And then I guess you're probably the other one. No, yours is only 30. Yours is 40. Yours is 45. Every one of the dead have had their eyes ruthlessly burned.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
In violation of the right of operation, the shuttle's Promethean tanks have been abandoned and left open. Someone interrupted the fueling. Sacrament. Every one of the dead have had their eyes ruthlessly burned. Oh, we did look at that one. Collect all.
Sister Argenta, you are always shrouded in a greenish-gray mist. Is it me that troubles you? Or is it whatever I can see behind it?
My soul is open to the light and his faithful servants. The rest is merely fleeting frailties that hold no significance.
Okay, we haven't addressed star formation. Honestly, since you're injured, I don't know if I actually want you that far forward, but we'll put the two of you there. Two of you there. You actually need to be up there too. Hello?
Let us not
There we go.
dawdle.
There we go. Okay. Base armor property plus 5% dodge if the wearer's agility is more than 40. Your agility is 40. It has to be more than 40 or equal to or more than 40. It says more than 40, so I think we need at least a 45. Does anybody have that? You do. What? What happened? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. All right, we'll put that put that on you. You okay? All right, that looks more normal. Yeah, Cassia looking spicy today. Okay, I'm not scared of her. Wow. Alert, profane violation of the algorithm. Hate it when that happens. Is that thing gonna attack us? Our boy has 100%. Holy crap!
I'll
Okay.
turn you into corpse starch.
Okay, you rolled well. You also rolled well. Okay, then the turrets, and then me. Abelard, I don't know what I want to do with you. Actually. Okay, I thought that was me for a second, but that's not me. I rolled poorly. The three of us rolled very poorly.
Cover me!
Oh my god. So brutal.
Was that you? Or
Okay. Who do we think is going to be relatively dangerous here? Okay, 10 to 13 for most of these guys. This guy probably has decent range, so does this guy. Okay, very good.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment. I'll do it.
Oh my god! You just murder Adira? What? We just took the cross damage, right? It's not that they're just targeting anybody, right? Oh man, that's rough. Your character has lost consciousness. Their wounds have reduced to 0. The character can no longer participate in combat, nor can they be resuscitated by any means. They will regain consciousness after the battle and receive a trauma, which can be healed by resting on the ship or in certain other places suitable for rest. That sucked. Big time.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Man, adding up these traumas could end up hurting us quite a bit. Okay, what is this? Machine Spirit Banishment. Reduces the damage dealt from the target's attack by 30% for 1 round. Targets with the Reject the Flesh feature suffer 25 shock damage if the target is a mechanism or a machine. It suffers 25 shock damage instead, and its characteristics are reduced. So this is better used on machines. Communion. All weapons in a huge area gain additional effects. Recoil is reduced. Enemies suffer a % penalty to dodge. Enemies' weapons, recoil is increased. Okay. I don't think I can get close enough to even Oh, I see how that works. Okay.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
Did that not hit those two?
Who if not me? I'll see to it personally. Your end was inevitable.
So I guess this is why getting the thing that allows you to recast this is useful. Too often I'm doing too much damage. Not getting the benefits of this. Alright, the line of sight's fucking weird in this game. Why don't I have movement?
I'll make it happen.
I'm gonna take it.
Praise the navigator's might.
Sorry, girl. This is why she doesn't like psychers.
I won't compromise my principles.
Okay, so I guess that counts as blocked.
Emperor, give me strength. I'm afraid not.
Guided by faith.
All right. Can't have my whole party injured. So we're gonna try that again. All right, so, you know, honestly, we could make them come to us maybe, and that way we're not in the line of fire of this stuff. These things are pretty effective, so if we make them come to us to some degree, then we can control that a little bit better. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to redo that in the next episode. So thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Have a good one, everybody. Bye. I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters: Darren York, ZTD, Knife Namaste, Kyle the Monarch, Chris Murphy, JW, Quinless, Vlado101, Andy Ford, Bruce Wizzle, Black Mamba 90, Eureka Gecko, A Happy Fat Panda, Turkeyfoot 27, Pedo Kuto, Shadow Raven, and Nadia N. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.